Good Monday morning to you, and thanks for waking up with us on Daybreak on air and on WFAA+. I'm Matt Howerton.
And I'm Dia Wall. We got a packed show this morning. More on Universal's theme park and the Arlington road closures for the Grand Prix. But first, we need to get you out the door with traffic anchor Erica Lopez and meteorologist Greg Fields.
You know, I prefer like a rise and relax drive for you at this time of the morning. It's a little bit of a rise and a rush already. So I'm going to show you what we got going on. That big crash cleared, but the delays aren't clearing out.
Is it ever relaxed on the roads? I'm
Sometimes,
not sure. I'm not so sure.
But not right now.
And then the weather's going to take an interesting turn too.
Yeah, relax now. Quiet out there for you right now, so we'll get you out the door. But we do have storms tomorrow afternoon, going on into Wednesday with those weather alerts in place. So we'll talk more about that coming up in just a bit. But it is much warmer, taking you out to Denton, 64 degrees. So that's the first thing you need to know. Heading on out this morning, you see it's 23 degrees warmer compared to what we saw yesterday. So we're going to be on the other end with those temperatures. Those south winds have returned. That moisture's increased across the area too. Low 60s, low mid 60s in fact. Getting out to Canton and Terrell at 65, 66 in Greenville there, and 64 for Waxahachie and Granbury. So as you get the kids ready to head off to the bus stop this morning, no issues out there. Holding on to a very low chance for a little shower or two. That's going to be mainly east of Dallas and Fort Worth. Still looking at partly to mostly cloudy skies, I think by noontime, lower 70s, but we'll be looking at partly sunny skies, a little breezy, very warm coming home later today. We're looking at 83 or so for that high. But as we head into tomorrow, this is what we're going to be talking more about. Tuesday afternoon, evening, heading into Tuesday night, early Wednesday. Widespread rain and thunderstorms expected across the area. Some of these could be severe, with hail and wind being the main concerns. There will be a low-end tornado threat as well, especially west of Dallas and Fort Worth. So make sure you do stay updated as we continue to update the forecast. You'll definitely need to adjust some outdoor plans as well. And we'll talk more in detail about this for you coming up here in just a little bit. But now let's get back over to Erica, checking on traffic.
All right, Greg, thank you so much. Yeah, right now we do want to check in on the drive because I think I found the problem as to why we cleared one crash and another popped up. I just got a report. It's just ahead of where the other one was. So this is all on westbound I-30, a little bit east of downtown Dallas. So one of the wrecks clear, just an exit behind this. This is the new one at Samuel, so that's why things are still not fully clear and moving. So we've got 2 lanes open here. Hopefully it doesn't linger, but I want to show you what things are looking like behind this because we have issued that traffic impact alert because of delays. So Ferguson crash, you can see all lanes back open and moving, but Samuel is the next exit ahead. 2 lanes closed up that way again, so we can't get out of the woods along this stretch. This is what things look like behind it. Jim Miller, HOV. Parking lot. 635 westbound, we've got a crash at McCree in the Garland area. And then we've got another one clearing out on 175 westbound and Railroad Avenue, just a little bit south of downtown Dallas. Pretty low impact with only a right lane closure. Quickly want to get you over to a workaround to I-30 mess that we're already seeing. 352 is going to be a really good option for you this morning. And I'll be talking a little more about this. We do have a closure, not on an interstate, on some side streets for some down power lines. We'll talk more about that coming up. I'll send things over to you, Dia and Matt.
Appreciate that, Erica. Right now, Universal Kids Resort is in the final phase of opening in Frisco.
The park is hiring actors and performers today to fill roles for the different lands inside.
Our Tiffany Liu is joining us live from the location. It's right off the Dallas North Tollway. Tiffany, the excitement around the theme park is growing by the day, but how does it look?
You know what? Things are starting to feel very real out here. It's still dark, but we can see that construction is absolutely underway. And, you know, today, like you mentioned, they are hiring actors, and that's a huge part of the theme park experience. So they've been taking applications, they've been doing those virtual interviews, and today there's going to be callbacks between 10 a.m. and 5 p.m. There will also be callbacks on Wednesday as well. Universal Kids Resort will have a total of 7 lands. They're starting to release details of each. So far, announcing Jurassic World Adventure Camp. It's expected to have roller coasters, of course, but also baby velociraptors for kids to interact with. Another land they gave us a sneak peek on is SpongeBob SquarePants Bikini Bottom. The iconic pineapple from the show will be there for interactive play. And of course, the kids, and let's be honest, the millennial parents, they're going to be there and be able to meet SpongeBob himself. Now, people are looking forward to this 97-acre theme park. As you can see right now, there are lines of employees, possibly construction workers, trying to get in right now and continue that construction. So the hiring of the actors, the construction that we see underway, while there is no set date for when this theme park is supposed to open, it's a good sign that it is on track to open this summer. Let's send it back to you in the studio.
All right, thank you so much, Tiffany. Now let's get to 3 things that you need to know this morning. If you live, work, or plan to drive to Arlington for the upcoming IndyCar race, there are some major road closures that you're going to need to know about. We are now just 4 days from the Java House Grand Prix, and this Wednesday, those roads outlined in blue there on your screen, they're closing. That includes North Collins, just south of I-30, Randall Mill, AT&T Way, Cowboys Way, Stadium Drive, and Nolan Ryan Expressway. Basically just anywhere around Globe Life Park and AT&T Stadium. Going to be kind of a mess. More closures expected on Friday when drivers take the track for practice. We will have more info on race day, parking, and how to get around the Arlington Entertainment District at WFAA.com. More Saks Fifth Avenue and Neiman Marcus stores are closing soon. Saks Global is shutting down 15 more stores as part of its bankruptcy proceeding. None of the new closures, though, are in North Texas. Last month, Saks Global said it is refining the Saks Fifth Avenue and Neiman Marcus store footprint to focus on profitable locations. This is body camera video shows police officers coming to the rescue of a fisherman struggling in nearly frozen waters in New Bedford, Massachusetts. He'd fallen between 2 boats and could not pull himself out of the water because it was so cold. It took 4 officers to pull him out. The fisherman was taken to the hospital and is expected to be okay.
A Fort Worth family is heartbroken this morning after their new litter of puppies died in a house fire on Grover Avenue. Neighbors saw smoke coming from the home, and officers were banging on the windows to alert the people inside. Jennifer Zuniga told us she barely had time to get out, but was not able to rescue the 10 puppies in a back room. Zuniga holding back tears, recounting what happened.
I love my puppies. I take care of them so much. I feel like I failed them, you know. They're so innocent. They didn't deserve this.
Fire crews spent hours putting out the flames there. The home is completely destroyed. That one person was arrested, but for a different fire at the same home back in February. The cause of this fire is under investigation. A
North Texas community is mourning the loss of a 16-year-old student killed in a crash. Friends, classmates, and family gathered for a candlelight vigil to remember Kemp student Madison Dyer. Her basketball coach called her Maddie Hustle, saying she gave everything on the court and in the classroom. Family members say she was on her way to school last Thursday when the crash happened along Highway 198. Neighbors say that stretch of road has seen several crashes recently, and they're hoping this tragedy brings some change to that area.
Iran's leadership is shifting after the son of the country's supreme leader, killed at the start of the war, is now set to take power.
Meanwhile, Iran continues launching drones and missiles toward U.S. allies across the Middle East. ABC's Marcus Moore is in Qatar with the latest.
This morning, 9 days after the killing of Iran's Ayatollah Khamenei, his son has been named Iran's new supreme leader. Mojtaba Khamenei is expected to maintain the hardline regime his father created. President Trump has called the 56-year-old, quote, an unacceptable choice to lead Iran, overnight saying simply, quote, we'll see what happens.
They don't intend to bow to the United States pressure to change the regime.
Hours before the Ayatollah's successor was announced, President Trump insisted he needed to approve the next Iranian leader, or, quote, he's not going to last long. Trump is now considering sending U.S. special forces into Iran to seize the country's nuclear stockpile.
We wouldn't do it now. Maybe we'd do it later.
U.S. Central Command now confirms a 7th American service member has died in this conflict after being wounded during an Iranian attack on a base in Saudi Arabia last week. Iran continues to pound its Persian Gulf neighbors. This government building in Kuwait on fire after being hit by an Iranian drone. In Bahrain, dozens injured in attacks and a desalination plant was hit. Desalination plants are essential for providing water to much of the Middle East. Meanwhile, Israel is targeting energy infrastructure inside Iran. This attack on an oil depot in Tehran sent poisonous fumes into the air for miles. It comes as Russia is reportedly providing Iran with intelligence to target U.S. forces, including the locations of troops, aircraft, and ships. Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth downplaying the threat. President Trump, in the meantime, has demanded Iran's unconditional surrender, leading many to question what surrender would look like. Secretary Hegseth saying this.
Now, whether they will have a ceremony in Tehran Square and surrender, that's up to them. Whether they know it or not, they will be combat ineffective. They will surrender.
Overnight here in Doha, emergency alerts went out to cell phones again, and soon after we heard the now familiar sound of booms over the city. Qatar saying they intercepted another missile attack from Iran, and right now renewing their call for an end to this war. Marcus Moore, ABC News, Doha.
We'll have much more coming up in our 6 o'clock hour in a live report. Your time this morning is 5:41, and we have a lot to get to on Daybreak, including spring break travel. It's really starting to take off, but so are the delays.
Yeah, staffing shortages are already causing some issues for airports across the country. Will North Texas feel the impacts soon?
Plus, a young political star rising in North Texas. How did a 26-year-old beat one of the most experienced Democrats in the legislature? Senior political reporter Jason Whiteley is one-on-one with him at 6:50.